me. Happy New Year. I'm a little under the weather, so you'll hear some congestion, but I just wanted to come on here and say, hey guys. You see me? My Curls in the Hood Run Club windbreaker. January's issue, What Grows in the Dark, is live, and it's free. If you have subscribed, you received it yesterday morning. So let's catch up. Let's talk about some stuff. Because I know I've been MIA, and the truth is, social media is just not doing it for the kid anymore. And y'all know I'm a one-man band man. And so what I've been thinking about, pontificating over, if we should say, is the move, not really the move, but the prioritization of curlsinthehood.com over trying to keep up with beat, decode, demystify algorithms on platforms that I have no equity in. I'll be transitioning curlsinthehood.com from being more of an archival space to, catch up on back issues in the playlist and maybe a living record of the magazine, akin to how some other media companies do it. So don't fear, I didn't fall off the earth because, I sold my soul or anything like that. I'm reworking some stuff in the background. Because I was sick, my little snot tissue is here. Let me just show y'all. When I was having hot and cold flashes, you know what I'm saying? I just put my Curls in the Hood throw blanket on, and she is so pretty. This is the November issue. Anyway, back to business. So January, What Grows in the Dark. My writers, because they've been with me now for at least a year, some of them, they know when January comes, I'm like, do not come over here with that new year, new me bullshit. And this year I extended a little more grace, and I was just like, what can we honor in the times that people are feeling like they want to start anew in the middle of the dead of winter, things that we can get in front of and do better while we're waiting for the weather to break. My fantabulous assistant editor, and when I tell y'all there would be no January issue if not for Cara, she had 3 submissions this month. So her and Z Pinkney, who is an astounding visual artist, you guys have seen her photography work and her actual art, them got together and combined visual meditation prompts with the journaling that Cara submits every month. And it is just really, really loving, really allows you to dig deeper, especially if you're someone that struggles with free writing. The prompts take you to a place, and if you're not inspired by what's on the page written, there's a visual to attest to it, and you can kind of just speak to that. And she interviewed the lovely Brooklyn Book Bell, our bestie Lacey, on how to create a cozy corner. And so you guys see Brooklyn Book Bell's home all the time on TikTok. She lives in this cute ass Brooklyn apartment with exposed brick, and it's not huge, right? It's in Brooklyn. It's a modest sized space, but she's found a way to just be really intentional about everything from her pillows to the book, how she sets up her books and creating her little coffee nook. It's just, her home feels like love. You never want to leave it when you go. And she shares how she gets to that place, so that way we can do it. And so even if you're not, and what I really love about doing it in Lisi's house is that it's not some sprawling estate, right, with marble and glass everywhere. It's very loved, it's very lived in, it's very realistic. And coming into the year that we're coming into, not knowing what's on the other side of January 20th, we need to, be more intentional about making home the safest space, your softest place to land. Finding the pause. I think this is the most important article in January's issue, because overstimulation is real. And I think as women, as Black women, we do a lot. We do too much. The amount of girlies that go back to school just because, and we just add things, and almost nothing comes off the plate. And then we find ourselves with these dysregulated nervous systems. I could go on and on. Cara teaches you how to just take 5 minutes to woosah for real. And she has segments on how to, if you got 5 minutes, if you have 30 minutes, if you have 90 minutes, this is how we get it done. Nikki Blair is begrudgingly, and I say this with love, gave us a dry January playlist of cocktails and mocktails, because when I told her, she was like, dry? Girl, I'm not dry nothing. I'm gonna have my glass of wine. Libby Wines, a company that she works with, sent me 2 of their non-alcoholic wines. These are some of the best non-alcoholic libations I've ever tried. I've had non-alcoholized wines before. They give a little vinegar sometimes, or like poor man's kombucha. This ain't that. And because of how the packaging is, you never lose the sparkle. More on that later. How do I say this without rambling? The playlist starts off kind of how my creative process is. I start off needing very kind of affirmative language when I'm getting into my groove, right? And then it usually dips, right? And then I get into this kind of like, what if things go wrong? What if, and I start recalling the heartbreaks and the heartaches and the grief of when I wanted things that didn't pan out the way I wanted to. And then a light bulb goes off. And I'm reminded who the fuck I am. And then I pop my shit on repeat until it gets done. And that is literally how my brain works. So if anybody's ever like, how did you create this? How do you do? I just gave y'all the sauce right there. I start off like, as long as you hear, and then I'd be like, oh Lord, he left me. And then I'd be like, bitch, you got a fat ass. Stop it. And you're the smartest person you know most of the time. I'm not letting these people play in your face. And then I have an issue. Anyway, that's it. That's all for today. I'll be back later to give you guys my Libby Wines review for real, after I have my coffee and my bacon, egg, and cheese.